Oh, wait, my makeup looks weird. Hold on, the camera isn't set up right. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah from Blue Lotus Films, and in this video, we're gonna talk about how to get camera ready for your videos. So if you are new to my channel, hello and welcome. I share video production and video marketing tutorials to help wellness business owners create a memorable brand with inspiring story-driven videos. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to get notified when I release new videos. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about my top 6 tips for getting camera ready. Tip number 1, move your body. So usually about 15 minutes before I record my video, I make sure to move my body to shift any tension that I might be feeling. I might not even notice that I have built up tension, but if I sit down to record a video without doing some kind of stretching, doing 5 minutes of movement to release that tension, then I'm not going to be able to perform my best on camera. So I recommend that you do yoga, or you dance a little bit, have a little dance party, or you just do some simple stretches. So it's amazing how just a few minutes of movement can really help you feel your best when you sit down to record a video. Tip number 2, mindset. Okay, let's face it, talking to a camera is weird. It is abnormal. And I think it's important to, first of all, understand that you are not abnormal because you feel weird talking to a camera. I don't think the human brain has evolved yet so that we don't feel a little nervous, a little uncomfortable talking to a camera lens that we know, somewhere in our brain, we know that camera lens is gonna pick up all of these physical features that we might not appreciate about ourselves. And so we imagine people on the other side of that lens are gonna be examining us. So what we have to do is train our mindset to get in the headspace of diving into our imagination. Don't imagine that you're talking to a crowd. What I like to do is I always imagine that I'm talking to one person. And that could be a best friend, it could be a family member. It's someone who believes in your video content, who supports you. And you imagine you're talking to that person who's really cheering you on. Or you can even imagine you're talking to an animal that gives you unconditional love. So no matter what, you've got to train your mind. And in addition to thinking about that one person or animal, you also want to think about being of service. This isn't about you. You've got to get out of your own way. And remember, the reason that you're making your videos, what information do you feel passionate about that you want to share with people? You want to think about service, getting in a service mindset, not getting caught up in your own ego. Number 3, test footage. So it's always best to take about 10 minutes to record some test footage. So you want to do this because you want to check and see if the sound and lighting in particular are looking good before you seriously get into recording your video. So what you want to do is just say a few lines from the introduction to your video, record that a few times, and then you want to play back your test footage to make sure it's looking good. This is really going to set you up for success, because what you don't want to happen is you get to the end of recording your video, or you get your footage in the editing process and you find out that you need to color correct the footage, or the sound recording didn't come out to be high quality. So this is really going to save you a lot of time. I highly encourage you to just take 10 minutes, record a few lines, and play it back to set yourself up for success. Tip number 4, teleprompter. So there are many reasons you might want to use a teleprompter to record your videos. There are plenty of apps, teleprompter apps that you can use for the iPhone, iPad, and there are some cheap teleprompters you can get for DSLRs. Now, it really can help you out. You don't have to use a teleprompter. If you'd actually like to know a little bit more in depth about using a teleprompter, please leave a comment below. I'd be happy to do a tutorial. But there are some cases where I do use a teleprompter because it helps simplify the editing process. So that is something that you want to think about. how can you streamline your shooting so that when you get to editing, it's simplified? So many beginner YouTubers really get tripped up on the editing process, and you might not be able to afford an editor. So thinking about using a teleprompter can really help cut down on the amount of shooting time and editing. And you can also think that a teleprompter really doesn't make the experience for the viewer any different, because you can still ad lib and be spontaneous when you use a teleprompter like I do, but it is going to save you a lot of time in the editing process. Tip number 5, makeup. Okay, so I know for a fact that most of the viewers on my channel are male. Actually, YouTube Analytics tells me that most of the viewers identify as male, and that makes sense to me because I do have a tech channel. But there are specific tips I have for women that I recommend. I typically do put makeup on for my videos because I want to look and feel my best. I really feel like once I get my makeup on, I feel ready to go. So if you are male, you might want to consider using some basic concealer, some basic makeup, or even some oil sheets. So there are 3 products that I recommend. 1 is HD powder. Number 2 is oil sheets. And number 3 is concealer. So these 3 products are typically used on all film and television sets, and they are well known by makeup artists to help you look and feel your best on camera. So even if you're using a ring light, you might want to consider just using some of these basic products to really help you feel good on camera. But if not, don't worry. It's not necessary to wear makeup, and I'm definitely not a makeup guru, so I'll leave it to the makeup gurus to give you specifics about these products and give you recommendations on the brands you might look into. But I just want to say that I do recommend looking and feeling your best so you can perform and really focus on delivering content. Number 6, clothes. Okay, so when you are first starting out recording YouTube videos, you typically don't have a wardrobe department, right? So I know I'm stating the obvious. So here are some tips that I give to all of my clients. This is standard video production industry advice on what to wear on camera. So you typically don't want to wear any logos because of conflicts of interest. You don't want to wear any flashy jewelry. You don't want to wear stripes or any fancy patterns, and the reason why is because stripes on certain cameras can actually create a flicker effect, which can distract the viewer. So no stripes or fancy patterns. You typically are best wearing solid or dark colors, solid, bright or dark colors. So instead of, some fancy pattern with bright colors, just stick with that solid color, which is bright or dark. And then you also want to make sure to wear pants with pockets or a skirt or dress with pockets if you are using a wireless mic so that you can hold the receiver easily in your pocket. All right, so those are my top 6 tips for getting camera ready. I hope these tips were helpful to you. Please leave a comment below and let me know if you need any further clarification, or let me know which tips were most helpful to you. I really appreciate you watching my video. Thanks for supporting my channel, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified when I release new videos. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day.